Hello, in this video I'll be showing you how to make a hammer film style miniature. In this case it's a castle or tower on top of a craggy mountain. It's all made from just builder's plaster and cardboard, tape and just paint that I had in the shed, so it's very cheap to make. And anyway, let's crack on and I'll show you how to do it. Firstly, we need to plan out how we want our scene to look. My miniature is a little tower on top of a mountain crag. So there we've got the tower, and we want a path that kind of leads to it, that draws the eye to the tower. And it's a false perspective, which gives a sense of kind of scale, really. So the path is wider towards us, the viewer, making it look like the road is much longer than it actually is. Then we'd have maybe some foliage there. This is just a rough plan, just so we know kind of what we're doing. Okay, now we need a kind of base for it. So you don't want to build it straight onto the table, because that would be very silly. So there you are, and I've got some pieces of wood, and I'll put a piece of plastic over it, just to stop the plaster from sticking. There we've got cardboard and bits and pieces, all your rubbish, old bills. Look, there's a washing powder box, anything to build up and make them basic shapes. There's the first stage, which is the top of the little mountain there. Just taped up card, just to give a rough shape. And there's a egg carton box. Oh, see, it looks a bit silly, but look, see, once we start putting the plaster on, just chuck it on there. You see, we're getting there somewhere. Look, it's starting to look like a mountain. Round the back there, you see, it doesn't matter about the back because you're not going to see that, just like in the real film world. Now we've got our little tower, and just roughly made out of cardboard with some tape. Stick that on top there, and then we're going to start plastering that in, so it's all one. There you can see it's starting to take shape now. Here's some sort of final detail, or finer detail I should say. A little stairway there and a walkway that goes round. Next on the list is the little roadway that leads up to the tower. Again, this is done using cardboard scrunched into shape for our basic shapes. Just tape it all together, then dump a load of plaster on it. Thick consistency, and that kind of holds it all together while you're working on it. This is a slightly different colour, but it's all going to be painted anyway, it doesn't matter. Once you've worked it into shape, you should have something that looks like this. There's that false perspective, making the road look a bit longer than it actually is. That's all looking good. We've got a few more details now. The track marks and the little cave where the track leads. Then paint the whole thing black or dark brown. Get all that paint into all those cracks and crevices. And when that's dry, with a very dry brush with a lighter colour on it, this is called dry brushing. Just drag the brush across all the detail. See how it appears, and like magic almost, bringing all those details out. Keep that brush very dry. Then with the small brush we're going to work on the tower and just kind of put a bit more detail on there, give the effect of stonework, liching, that sort of stuff. And as we pan back, you can see the walkways or the paths on there. I've picked those out, and the track in a lighter colour. Gives a bit more definition. That's it. You can see the cardboard there underneath. Don't want to see that. And that's it. That was part one of my how to build a hammer film style miniature. In my next video I'll be adding some lighting, a few more details, maybe some foliage, background, moody sky, that kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making this, and I look forward to seeing you again. So until then, cheerio.